I'll introduce everybody. So Terry, this is Severin, and you know Danny. Severin is actually Danny's upline, which is my upline. But basically, we're all one big team and family with Juice Plus. They are teaching me and mentoring me about everything that I know about the business. The products speak for itself within me, but they're teaching me about the other parts of it. And so, and then Terry, like I said, I had shared with y'all, she's a customer. She's Children's Health Study, and you're doing fruits and veggies, right? Capsules and shakes. Yeah.
Those are my favorite.
Yes. Yes. And now, she and I, we didn't know each other from another company, but she also has dabbled in the other company as well.
Okay.
So anyway, that's everybody. Today we were going to just touch a little bit about the Tower Garden, and then a little bit about the business and what we do. So I will let you take it away, Severin.
Sure. Terry, I'm so happy to meet you.
Oh, you too.
Yeah. And, before I jump in, tell me a little bit about your experience with, you said you love the shakes, right?
Right.
What's your favorite recipe? What do you like the most?
See, I'm one of the weirdos. I just drink it straight with almond milk and ice.
Oh, wow.
So, I just like them plain.
That's great. And you do vanilla or you do chocolate?
The vanilla.
Okay.
I'm not a real chocolate.
Okay. It's funny. My husband and I just got back from a short-term mission trip in Kenya, and we took that as our nutrition source every day because we couldn't eat their food. It's just got crazy food. And I had a chocolate shake just with water, and it was usually lukewarm water. We didn't even have cold water over there. We would have one for breakfast, and I'd have one mid-afternoon and or lunchtime, and it kept me, pretty satisfied. I also had a bar every day, so I took an extra bar with me, so that helped. But I didn't really eat much of anything else because it scared me what they were eating. It just wouldn't. Yeah. Well, I'm thrilled to hear that you like them that well, and that you can just do them straight up. They have a great video where these fitness professionals that are hardcore like you, that's all they do is shake it up and drink it in the middle of the gym. So I love it. That's great. Tell me about the Children's Health Study and your children and how they've been doing with Juice Plus.
Oh, they love it. I doubled it up during the fall, during the flu season. And then they really, they love their gummies. They don't fight me on them, for sure.
Okay, good. And how old are your children?
9 and 11.
Okay. And did they have any health issues when you got started, or you just knew you needed more nutrition? What?
They just needed more extra stuff.
Okay, good. All right. And you've been joining us on the Shred. I love that. Are you doing 2 shakes a day and then a clean meal in the evening typically, or you do your clean meal at lunch?
I do only 1 shake a day.
Okay.
I did 1 shake a day, and then I just did clean the rest of the day.
Good. Okay. Well, it's a great program. It's a great community, and it's an easy way to stay on track with our health goals. So I'm glad you're doing it. And it doesn't sound like exercise is an issue for you. So good for you. Let's get started by talking a little bit about the Tower Garden. Have you actually heard Melissa talk about it at all, or do you know what it looks like even?
I've seen posts and things that Danny's posted. And
Okay.
then Melissa. So.
Okay.
But I haven't really talked about it.
Okay.
So.
Well, let me pull up a screen that might help us talk about it, because you might enjoy seeing a few more things. Sorry, my husband's calling on the other line, and I'm trying to multitask. I'm not that good at it, so give me just a second. Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to come back over here to you guys and then hit share screen. Then I think we can see it. Yeah, okay. Can y'all see that screen okay? Okay, good. So I'm going to make it a little bigger, so hopefully you can see it bigger. But I don't have to go through this whole presentation with you, Terry. I just want to share a few key points that I think you might find interesting and kind of give you the big picture of the Tower Garden. My husband and I got one, I think we've been almost 7 years now, and we had a black thumb, is what I like to say. Every time we tried to grow anything in the ground or even in a planter, we killed it, you know? And so we were very worried with this new Tower Garden that we couldn't make it work either. But I have to tell you, we have grown so much produce in the last 7 years, and we are addicted to this thing because we just walk out on our patio and grab our fresh, you know, salad ingredients every night. And sometimes I grab stuff and throw it in my smoothie each day because I'm using a blender. I can throw some spinach and kale in there. But what's so exciting about it is there's no dirt. It's so easy, and 90% less space. We only have a townhome, so we don't have any ground to, you know, plant in. I guess we could have a few planters, but this is so easy because it's vertical. And then we have had so much success. I really have to tell you that we lose a plant here or there, but we have had so much fun with it. And so it's so much easier than growing in the ground. This is the story behind it. The gentleman pictured here, his name is Tim Blank. He was the chief horticulturist at the land exhibit at Disney. Have you ever been to the land exhibit? Terry?
I don't see any screen.
Oh, well, okay. Thank you for telling me. I thought Melissa had told me she could see it earlier. Melissa,
I saw it for a second, and then it went away.
Okay. Melissa, can you see it? Oh, wow. Let me start this over. So let's see. I'm going to go back.
Are you on your phone or computer, Terry?
I'm on a computer.
Oh, yeah, you should be able to.
I mean, I saw it came up and then it went away when our pictures went to the side.
Okay.
I can see it.
Wow.
I'm able to see it on my phone.
Okay, Terry, let me try a few things here that might make it work better for you. So we're back to all of us on the screen now, right? No pictures at all. Okay. Can you see all four of us, Terry? Okay. So let me go back to screen share and see if I can pull it up. Terry, can you see that?
Now I can't see Terry.
I know, Terry's gone.
Yeah, I can store PowerPoint screen.
You can see it or no?
I can. Danny, this is me.
Oh, okay.
I can see it.
What about you, Terry? Oh dear, I hope we didn't lose her.
Yeah, it went black.
Yeah.
I don't.
Terry?
There you are.
Can you see that screen now?
It's black.
Black, okay.
I didn't see this screen before.
So if I click through these slides, you can't see the Tower Garden picture?
It says that you have started screen sharing, and that's all I see.
It must be some kind of delay.
Could be.
Let's wait and see if it comes up.
My internet's not that great. I'm actually changing it today, so.
Oh, okay.
I bet that is.
Well, you know, I have, instead of a presentation, I could just have one picture up here. Maybe that would be easier. Can you see it at all, Terry, or is it a black screen for you?
It's just a black screen.
Okay.
I see us on the right, and then it just says that you have started screen sharing, and that's all I see.
Yeah, it's probably internet. You're right. Well, let's go back and just see each other and talk through it, and then Melissa can send you that presentation after the fact.
Okay.
But the bottom line is the gentleman from the Disney land exhibit actually created that. He was the chief horticulturist, and if you've been there, they're growing. Danny, you got a lot of background noise. I'm going to mute you, sweetheart. Okay, there we go. He started growing, if you've been there, they're growing, you know, tomatoes from the ceiling, all kinds of fancy stuff. And he was there for 12 years, and he came back and created the Tower Garden because he wanted every family in this country to be able to grow their own fruits and vegetables, even if they didn't have land that would be able to be conducive for growing. So good for him. He came, he developed, and now we have thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people across this country growing their own food on a Tower Garden. It's a simple system. It needs electricity and water, 20-gallon base drum, and you can put in somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 28 plants in there, and depending on what accessories you choose. And in our case, we walk straight out our back door, and our tower is within 5 feet on our deck, and we pick herbs that we need every night for a salad, and then we pick all of our lettuces. So we go directly into the salad bowl, and it is super fun to grow our own food and know what happened to our food, right? Instead of buying it at the grocery store, and, you know, we know that the lettuce that we buy has...
all the recall.
Yeah. So it's a bit scary sometimes what's happening to our food. So we're really enjoying growing our own. And it is actually really good for kids because they know that the kids who grow their own food will actually eat more of and be more curious to try things like kale and spinach and all the above. So the families that I have had like yours with 2 small children are really excited that their kids are starting to try more veggies because they're growing them on the Tower Garden, and maybe even some herbs, you know, in their meals. So it's really simple. We grow about 9 months out of the year outside, and then we bring it inside during the winter months so that we can add the light system to it, and we grow on our 4th floor. We have a bonus room. It's kind of a playroom, and we just bring it in and add the lights to it, and we continue to grow so that we're growing 12 months out of the year.
Okay.
Most often we grow things that we're going to eat a lot of. So right now we have 2 towers, one that's got full of tomatoes. We've been growing tomatoes for about 8 weeks now. We go out every day and get our cherry tomatoes for our salad that night, or we've got some of the big ones, but they're a little slower. And then we have another tower full of grains, all kinds of grains that we can just mix and match into our salad, you know, and it is so simple. We got started because we wanted to know what happens to our food. You know, it was simple to do that with the Tower Garden. Our Tower Garden, we started out with the basic unit. It's $525. And they allowed us to put it on a 12-month no interest payment plan. So we pay about $45 a month for the first 12 months. And I have to tell you, we kept track of how much food we ate off of the tower our first year. The tower paid for itself in 9 months with the food we got off of it. So now, you know, 7 years later, we are just basically spending $50 a year for the nutrients that go into the water at the base. That's it. And we're just growing all this produce. We buy some seeds here or there because we start from seeds. But it's really kind of a no-brainer if you at all like to grow your own food or you're interested in what happens to your food. It's really simple to use and so fun for the kids. I have put, Terry, probably 20 of these in schools across Atlanta too.
That would be.
Yeah, so the STEM programs are really enjoying using them because the kids can grow their own food from, you know, seed, and then they can eventually, I have a school here, I think it's 4th and 5th graders that I taught about nutrition. They actually created their own food truck and, you know, made pesto from their tower, brought it in, sold ingredients to their parents, you know, made up some recipes. And so they grew food, then they sold food, and they learned how to keep track of money. So it's kind of a full circle event. Yeah. So if you know any educators, we'd love to talk to them.
I homeschool.
Oh, you homeschool. Yeah, it'd be good for your homeschooling.
I've done it for 7 years. I have a teaching degree. That's what my degree's in, but that'd be fun to add to it.
Yeah, and we have the curriculum already created for each grade, 1st through 12th grade, that we actually give to the educator free of charge to use with their Tower Garden. You'd have access to that. And you probably, because that's your degree, you probably could grow the curriculum a little bit more than what we have. But with the kindergartners, they're coloring a Tower Garden and they're adding their specific plants and their colors. And then we move on up to reading and move on up to high schoolers. So there's some great curriculum that Melissa would be happy to share with you because it's pretty fantastic. And it's all on our Tower Garden website. But with homeschooling, what kind of curriculum, or lack of a better word, how are you adding in the concepts of a healthy lifestyle to your children during your homeschooling?
I use, I don't know if you ever heard of Bob Jones.
No?
It's sort of like a Becca, but it's more modern day.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just order their curriculum, and they have everything that's pretty much laid out for you. And
Okay.
they have health and science all in one. So
Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm impressed. I've worked with so many homeschool moms now, and it's interesting because the person that my spiritual mentor in this business, her ministry is all about working with moms who want to stay home with their children. And I've been so encouraged with her because women like you can join us in this community. We call it our Healthy Living community. And make enough income by sharing this product so that they can pay for their own product first, their whole family to be on Juice Plus, maybe a Tower Garden. And then later, for me, I said my first goal is $500 a month. And I got there within about, 8 months of starting my business. Then I said, well, I want to move from full-time to part-time because I hated my job. Every week I traveled, I had to leave my husband, and I had to leave on Tuesday morning. Every Monday night I would cry because I had to get in the car and leave. It was very, very discouraging. And so I decided to treat this like a business and not like a hobby. And within a year of me really getting focused on it, I was able to move from full-time to part-time. And then it took me another year to actually get rid of my job and replace that income. So I have a full-time income from Juice Plus because I have chosen that I love this health journey and I want to help other people get healthy. So it's actually pretty simple. I mean, it does take time, but it's so fulfilling, kind of like your homeschooling. You're seeing your children grow. You're seeing them start here and they move here. The same thing happens with people in their health journey because I just love helping people get healthy, not just with a product, but with a program like the Healthy Living Lifestyle and the Shred program. So we help people with their exercise, their water, their stress management, their sleep, and obviously their nutrition. So you might ought to consider joining us. I know Melissa would love for you to be a part of our team and share this product, even if it was just to share, enough to get your family's product started in the beginning. I don't know if that interests you at all, being a homeschool mom.
My schedule's crazy, but I'd look more into it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
sure. So. And, with the, if you're considering the Tower Garden in the future, it'd be a great time to get set up as a rep so that you could get some money back on your Tower Garden and start investing that in your products. Because I know that you want your whole family to be on Juice Plus, and it seems like Melissa told me you were interested in adding the omegas down the road, and those are excellent. I love having those in my body every day. So the
elderberry coming up soon.
Yeah. I love that product. I have, because I've been exercising 5 days a week, sometimes 6, for the last 20 years. I have a little trouble with my knees and hips with some joint pain. And I do kettlebells are my strength training and then running 3 days a week. So I have found that when I'm taking the berry blend, which is the elderberry included, I don't hardly have any trouble with joint pain. It goes away dramatically. So it is so nice not to put drugs in my body, but to just put food in my body to heal it, right? And I love that God designed our bodies to heal. That's what I've learned. We're just not able to eat enough of the right foods to, get our bodies to heal and restore properly without some additional concentrated nutrition like Juice Plus. So it's really, if you think about it, He gave us the food we needed in the Garden of Eden. But we've gotten so far away from that because we're so busy and our Western society, we're running and going. And then what's happening to our food when it's, traditionally grown, commercially grown, we just can't get as much nutrition as God gave us in the beginning. So it's really a ministry for me, to be quite honest, Terry. I see it as a ministry to help other women, and in your case, to help other moms. I can imagine there are a ton of moms that would be so blessed by your story and how you're keeping your kids healthy with extra nutrition and how you're investing in your own health. I just really believe that there is an opportunity to encourage people in their health and their hope about the future. Because when, moms are sick or when their kids are sick, I was working with a mother the other day, and she has 2 little ones about your kid's age. She was so distraught because she was in and out of the pediatrician like 3 times a month. And she's like, I'm trying my best to feed them well, but they were sick all the time. So when she got them on Juice Plus, she's seen a dramatic, increase in their immune systems. And, right now with back to school season, moms are particularly aware of that because of all the new germs that their children will be exposed to. So tell me about you. I've been talking enough. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get really excited and I just can't quit talking about it. What questions do you have of what I've talked about so far? I know you have been using the product for a while, so it's not a big surprise about the products, but more about the Tower Garden or the business?
More about the Tower Garden, I guess.
Okay.
So,
what kind of questions do you have?
I guess the cost of it.
Mm-hmm.
How much it costs.
Yeah, what I mentioned earlier was it's $525 for the basic growing system. That's the starter program. And then most people take advantage of the 12 months no interest, which is $45 a month. So within your first year, you would have it paid for. And you would also, as I mentioned, get enough produce off of it to pay for the tower itself. So it really does produce well. And, you can pick and choose the things you want to grow. You can grow.
That's really the only question I had.
Okay.
So.
You can grow anything you want to grow in there except for root vegetables. Sorry, I think my internet got slow. Yeah. You can grow anything you want to grow except for root vegetables or trees. So there's no lemons or avocados. Those grow on small trees, but no potatoes or garlic. But basically anything else you want to grow would be fun for you to do with the children. That's for sure. So it sounds like cost was your question. And then I went ahead and answered the question about what you could grow, because I think that's a common question. And after we finish up today, I'll get Melissa to send you some of that presentation I was trying to share with you, as well as a video for you to watch. And then we can revisit it if you want to, because today we couldn't get that technology to work real well. But I also host here at my house a Tower Garden workshop, and I'm going to do that in September. If Melissa and you want to pop up to see that, usually it's a Saturday morning, and you can actually touch and feel what the Tower Garden looks like. And I know that Danny, who is down in your area, has a Tower Garden as well, and she'd be happy for you to see hers. She's restarting a few things right now, but it's sometimes good to just go see one. So that would be my suggestions.
Right. Okay.
Melissa, can you think of anything else you wanted me to cover today?
No, I think you covered it all. And Terry, I went ahead and sent you the information about Tower Garden, the school curriculum. And then I also sent you the Freedom Revolution website that's basically about the business compensation plan, that kind of stuff, and how you can earn bonuses and all of that. And it, very minimum get your discount on your tower, but like Severin said, be able to share it with people that are like-minded, that I'm sure you have homeschool friends, so be able to help pay for your products. That way you can hurry up and get to Omegas. She was on fish oils, and they were actually burning her stomach, and I happened to not have taken my Omegas in my pocket when I was over there doing wreaths, so I gave her one, and that didn't burn her stomach, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That tells you how funky our fish are.
Yeah. I'm excited about y'all's reef event that's coming up. Is that in a few weeks?
Next Saturday.
Oh, awesome. I can't wait to see what y'all make. I wish that I was able to go. I'm actually going up to Nashville to help my husband with an art exhibit. But I hear that you're pretty darn talented, Terry, so I can't wait to see some of those reefs.
Yes.
That'll be
all
fun.
Right. Well, thank y'all so much for your time. I know Terry's waiting for AT&T, so really you'll just be sitting there all day.
Yeah.
Good luck with
but
that.
anyways,
Yeah.
right. That's what I was like, let's just get on the call, because they never show up early. But all right then, girl. Well, I'll follow up with you later. And thank you for taking the time to do this call with us.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Terry.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Danny.